Alrighty, good evening, everybody. I go ahead and announce, let everybody know that I'm live. That looks good. We don't need that. Light on. Perfect. One second. All right, good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Whoa, that was loud. All right, so not going to delay any longer. We're going to go ahead and get started with our news. Um, and go over our watch list levels, key levels that we're going to be watching tomorrow, as well as some of the economic data and headlines. So, happy Wednesday. What's up, JoJo? Thank you guys. Thank you guys. For those of you guys already dropping likes on YouTube and TikTok, I appreciate you guys very much. All right, so let's get TikTok situated here, maybe a little bit closer. All right, so trying to go ahead and share this so people don't miss it, but I am live on YouTube. So if you guys are wanting to hop over to YouTube, let me go ahead and let everybody know I'm live now. All right, so with that, if you guys have any requests, you guys know the deal. It's better to go ahead, especially at the beginning of the stream. And if you guys would remind anybody else in the stream, that would help me immensely. But those requests are going to be best taken on YouTube because I can't see all that. I got a bleep button. All right. Anyway, so going over today. What a day. What a day. So the pain continues as stocks posted their fourth day of losses. And here's what you might have missed. So today we had ADP employment data turnaround for Bed Bath and Beyond, but let's go ahead and dig into our ETF. So the S&P, we saw the S&P down 0.78%. We saw the Nasdaq down 0.56%. The Russell down 0.62%, and the Dow down 0.88%. So we saw a decent bit of downside, not nearly as strong as we've seen in the couple in the prior days, but a lot of levels broken, some gaps even filled. And we're going to talk about. So I'm going to chart all of well, not all of them, but I'm going to as a lot of them. I'm going to chart a couple of these ETFs and show you guys what I see on these higher time frames. So if you guys are on TikTok and you guys don't mind, if you guys will drop a like on the screen, that is appreciated very much. So anyway, and if you guys have any requests, same thing. So in international news, a Russian major state-owned energy company, Gazprom, rallied over 20% after substantial profit and dividend announcement. This company has been at the center of the European gas crisis and shut down a significant pipeline again today for repairs. Meanwhile, Eurozone inflation hit a record 9.1% on soaring food and energy prices. Another in company executive news, Apple's chief privacy officer is leaving the company for a law firm. Also, Snap's chief business officer is leaving to run ads at Netflix, which might be good considering the stock's recent performance. In electric vehicle news, Toyota is tripling its U.S. investment in North Carolina. Talked about that this morning. Bosch is investing $200 million in U.S. fuel cell production. And of course, we saw, what was it? ADD and tax. What is it? ATGNX or whatever. Absolutely insane. The fact that this stock did what it did, it's absurd. But anyway, this went from $7 to $400. So all in all, this stock is absolutely and probably just garbage from here on out. So, but whoever caught that one, absolutely bonkers. Anyway, so the Fed is keeping its quote unquote pedal to the metal against inflation. As a result, all eyes are on the labor market to see if it deteriorates due to tighter financial conditions. We can go ahead and go with Forex Factory. Thanks, Coach TWC. And we can see that Friday and Thursday, not so much, but we do have unemployment claims. We have ISM manufacturing PMI at 10 p.m. And we also have nothing really else as far as high impact, but we do have construction spending, ISM manufacturing prices, and natural gas storage. But Friday, we get unemployment rate, factory orders, non-farm employment change, and average hourly earnings. So these things are all going to be, as we can see here, pretty high impact. And due to the fact that, or looking at the market itself, it's kind of hard to see, continuation of the downside. And it's oftentimes that they use these news events to create liquidity. So we'll see exactly what we get. But other than that, the ADP employment report was unavailable for the last 2 months as they updated their methodology, and today it's back. August private payroll growth came in at 132,000, well below the 300,000 estimated, a notable deceleration from July's 268,000 print. One interpretation of the report suggests that the economy is conflicting signals lead to more conservative pace of hiring through August. Numbers tend to be very volatile. Service industries saw the most growth, while financial activities and education and health services and professional and business services saw declines. And from the inflation perspective, annual pay was up 7.6% year over year. Additionally, the median pay increase for job switchers was 16.1% as firms need to entice talent in the labor market where job openings outnumber workers 2-to-1. Overall, this is not great news for the Fed. Wage increases tend to be sticky form of inflation, and the numbers continue to run hot. We'll have to see tomorrow. Obviously, a lot of things price themselves in before all this happens. So, am I bullish on Tesla tomorrow? I'm actually going to talk about that. So, if you guys have a minute, and you guys don't mind tapping your screen, I will cover that for you in just a minute. Okay, so I'm not really going to go over Bed Bath & Beyond, but they filed an S3. It looks like they're looking like they're going to take a massive overhaul or something like that. But anyway, that doesn't surprise me at all. What do you do when your stock absolutely done or rips? That's insane. Klarna in the last news 2 months ago was raising funds at an 85% valuation haircut. Today it's back on the radar because its U.S. and international expansion is not going well, while the company made significant investments in growth. Its revenue having kept pace in addition to rising operating costs, and credit rose more than 50% year over year. So I don't know why they had that highlighted as like a big thing. So did you ever get puts for T-Mus? I did, and I ended up making like nothing. They just chopped around. They're still valid. And in fact, I just talked to them with one of my mentors today, one of the members of my mentorship. So like I talked to him today, and we broke down, I talked to him for like 2 hours. So we broke down a couple of different stocks, and T-Mobile was one of them. So Tesla is a scam. Yeah, BBY is closing some stores and letting go somewhere. I'm lazy with the with those type of stocks, man. Uh, I have a claim, I have I don't want to call it my claim to fame, but because I was not noted in this, but I do have GameStop where and I can't seem to. I really wish that I could figure out how to fix my. There it is. So I had an idea going back. It's the only thing I brag about. But November 23rd, when GameStop was at $12, I put a price target of 60 on it. Little did I know that GameStop, and this is November 23rd, 2022. This is an idea that I shared on TradingView. But I went over, you can see right here, my projections going over the possibility of a run into the 60s as previously seen with releases. So, but yeah, I stay away after I made the money that I made on them. I stay away. So, but anyway, so let's go ahead and that's about it as far as the news is concerned. But going into tomorrow, also guys, we are live on YouTube. If you guys are curious, excuse all of this excess garbage here. It's not relevant. This is just teaching something earlier. So let's talk about Tesla. This one's first on the list tomorrow. So and again, I tried to explain this yesterday. I do see what could potentially be a reversal pattern to the downside. We do not ever let go of um, 200-day moving averages very easily. And this is exactly where we're at. I just want you guys to pay attention to how the price. I don't know. I swear to God, I switch nationalities all the time. But the price oscillates around this area. It's not just the fact that the 200-day is there, but it's also the fact, right, that we're in that same area of consolidation. So just getting rid of all of this, check it out, right? Where did we bounce today? That's where we bounced earlier. So somebody asked me, am I bullish on Tesla? Yeah, kind of a little bit. I'm not bullish long term, ever. No, well, not ever, but not now, and not for a long time. But I do think that and I watched this happen last night. Um, excuse me, I watched this happen tonight. I very rarely comment on stock twits, mostly because it's pretty toxic. It's probably one of the most toxic things you can engage with as far as like engaging with other people. It's like if you voice your opinion, and these come in like literally real time, a man a minute, everybody is bearish, 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 all the way down. And you know what that makes me feel like? That we're bullish just for a short period of time, maybe just for a retest. And so that's what I'm going to cover right now is if we move down to the hourly. I love it when stocks break and don't give us proper retest. Now, we did have a bit of a tap, and we do have what appears to be, and again, patterns are patterns. Who cares if they look cool or whatever the case may be? But the fact of the matter is we do have a nice little channel, possibly a wedge here. But at the moment, I expect Tesla to gap down to around 266, or even a little bit, a little bit around 268.24. So it wouldn't surprise me if we tap 265.50 in pre-market and open up somewhere around there. And then and again, I don't want to project too far as to what is going to happen and, looking at futures and stuff like that, because that's not my job. I read and react to whatever happens. But this is a level above us, right? So anytime we're looking at day trading, we want to find where are the sellers, where are the buyers, right? And figure out in those areas of consolidation where they're at. So above us, as of today, we did see that gap up rejection yesterday. As of today, sellers still are congregating around 281 and 280.75 on Tesla. This is the previous 1, 2, 3. And we've got a nice channel down here. There's nothing to say that we can't continue to fall. I do not want to change anybody's bias. I'm just telling you guys what I would expect when you go and you hit a certain level, or when you're sitting and hovering around a particular support, or excuse me, a particular moving average, especially the 200 EMA. So 2 levels tomorrow, 265 for a gap down. If we open up at 265, I will play the gap for a scalp tomorrow. So we'll watch price action. Trade the price action, of course, of course. Anytime that and this is the thing, and this is what I've noticed. I try not to break off too much, but when people just are tunnel visioned as far as strategy is concerned, like no, not strategy, but analysis is concerned, you end up only being able to capture certain things in the market because you're not open to anything else, or you're not seeing any confluences. And so when I have a setup, price action, reading the tape will let me know, just like somebody would do, and that's all they do. But I also use analysis and technical analysis. And I always thought that was silly that nobody would just try it, just check it out. Like, see, I don't know if, when I got started, I didn't know, but I didn't let somebody's opinion or some random person be like, technical analysis is dumb, because that's what most people say when they don't understand something, and that's not to say that who don't understand technicals are dumb, but people who try and then fail quickly, which we've seen these things happen live, and then quit and then bitch about it, that's where we see a bit of an issue. So, um, Yeah, exactly. The real king. We use technical analysis as a form of risk management, right? I enter positions using other people's money as leverage. What do you mean? I look for areas where, again, Tesla, right? This is the area that we broke. We retested after the break, just a quick retest. And then we see. So if I wanted to short, I wouldn't short. You could either A, short the break in or the break down, right? And these are all day trades. But realistically, if you wanted to take a retest, you would go and look for where sellers, right, or buyers are weak and sellers step up and capture the moment. And that's exactly what you see. And as long as we stay, as a day trader, as long as we stay below a certain level and stay in trend, most of that is my stop loss. Why? Because mechanics tell me so. Because if I'm entering off of a rejection, right, when I'm shorting red or buying red and shorting green, right, then I know that at that 280.75 level here on Tesla, based on the mechanics, right, these individuals here, anybody shorting in this area, you're gonna see a bit of a squeeze, and that's based on volume, right? And this is how we analyze this based on volume. We can include sentiment, um, and we can basically theorize. Okay, well, with this volume and this broken level, where sellers were basically placing their bet as to this is where we reject that covering or that push up and that covering is going to cause basically a mini squeeze. So, all right. So anyway, that's Tesla. Tomorrow, I'll be watching for a bounce off of either one of these levels. We'll see where we gap down. If we do not gap down, okay. So I did, and I don't want to change up things too much, but I did and was looking at what could be. Okay. So this is theoretical. If you just want to go ahead and call it that. If I do, this is anytime I'm looking for a wedge, I'm looking for this sounds weird, but I'm looking for a wide mouth. It doesn't sound any better even when I warn you. But we got a nice wide mouth. This comes off of a bear flag, right? We see the bear flag break. This opens price action and we start to consolidate moving down into these levels. So I will, if we open up at 275, I will watch and so again, right? Where am I going to place my trade? I'm going to be looking for a breakup above 274.75 and or 275.85 as we move and push to the upside, depending, right? Depending on where we open up. So anyway, so that's Tesla. Again, just a quick zoom out here on the daily. We're sitting around that 200-day moving average. I really don't think that that's the strongest bearish candle that I've ever seen. So wipe it away, wipe all of it away. What do we see? We just see candle, opening up after a small gap up and then flushing down just a little bit to retest the 273 wick down. And if anything, man, I feel like, yes, maybe we're waiting for the end of the week and Friday. And so maybe we pop up and give ourselves some breathing room. But just looking at Tesla, one last final note, there is a downtrend here. And I do expect for something in this area to happen. So I'm looking for a run up to 290 if we do pop. And that's it. So I'm going to leave it with that. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a relief rally too. I'm not calling for the dump yet. And I'm guys, I'm a bear. I'm a bear. But I'm okay. Here, last thing. Look at the volume. Now the obviously the split, but before the split and even after the split, the volume is stupid low. So anyway, that's a low volume sell off. Love that if you're a bull. All right, so the next one we got is yield meta, yield pain in my ass. Although this one actually we did play the upside and the downside. We took a call to put about the same time and then sold them both for green, positive. We actually TP'd meta right on the nose. I talked about why I did that, and I'll explain really quickly why, just so you guys understand. That are obviously, don't think I'm nuts. So I didn't have number one, starting off and we talked about this, a lot of you guys took it. We were looking at the hourly time frame, right? Starting with our highs. I don't care what anybody says, that's resistance, right? Fat wick, fat wick, right? Close underneath that 200-day moving average. But most importantly, we move down here to the 15-minute or the 5-minute, excuse me, and you start to see it, right? you see that really, really, really weak push up with tons. And let me explain something, because a lot of people associate low volume with chop. That's not always true. A lot of the times, because if you look at Meta had double the volume that it usually has. But what that actually means, a lot of the times when you are experiencing high volume chop, you got a fight coming and someone's going to get released, right? They shall be released. And if you go to the 3 minute here, this is exactly what we saw. So we did see this, uh, basically this bear flag, not quite, because right up there at the top. But we did see this wedge type setup here, big wick right there, and then a pullback. But why did I TP at the level that I did? And I know that a lot of you guys, I didn't get to explain this. Is really simple for me. I had no resistance and I had support, right? I had a dynamic trend line here and no resistance. So I didn't know. As of the end of the day, I thought I do, or I thought I do. What the hell am I talking about? I thought I did. I still don't really know exactly. And this is a 3 minute, mind you. But for the time being, looking at Meta, we don't have to worry about the pattern. What we need to worry about is not that happening. What we need to worry about is establishing, and I'm going to go back to regular hours here. Okay, so we already looked at extended hours. Um, and every time I do that, yo, this is whack. I hate when TradingView does this. Give me my line back, please, por favor. There it is. Okay, so we have a gap below us, right? That's juicy. I love gaps. You guys know I love gaps, but we need to pay attention to where we're at, right? Where are sellers? Where are buyers? Nice bear flag here, big short here at the end of the day, right? Somewhere down here, right? I look for confluences. We see 160, 125. This is a floor. We get a lot of retest here. That runs into confluence with 160, 115. So if we do get a break tomorrow or a gap down tomorrow around 161, I'm calling it right now, 160, 120. If we gap down, that would be where I would look for Meta to immediately gap fill, possibly give you a little bit of consolidation, and then pop up for a retest. Or if you end up opening up below, right, below that level of 161, then I would actually be looking for a pop up and a rejection and continuation to the downside. But most importantly, the thing that we need to establish here is this is where things get released. This is where sellers have established themselves. This is where buyers try to keep it from moving into. And once we see a candle close in the top, this is a 165 psychological number. 15-minute candle close in here, we go to support, right? This is support across the board. You consolidate underneath this. So what? That shows that it is now, because if the floor becomes the ceiling and the ceiling becomes the floor, this is the floor. It becomes your ceiling. You don't have enough volume to push it any lower, and you end up breaking back into it. And that's the beneficial thing about these zones is once you establish any type of bullish volume and a good candle close here, you can use that as a stop because you know that as soon as you leave that area, that you're more than likely going to pull back, right? So if you took it here and you wanted to take it, either to the median and then you saw it pulling back, you would know that that 162.55 is the support. Powell, what did that just say? Powell abandons soft landing goal as he seeks growth recession. Technical analysis doesn't work. It does work. The fact that you've been in my live for like 3 or 4 days, so your obsession with me is working. But not to be sassy, it doesn't work for you because you don't understand it. And if you want to understand it, or you'd like for me to teach you, feel free to always ask questions. I might be a little sassy because you came off the cuff, acting like a fool, but I'll still teach you. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you don't understand something, just say that. That's fine. We're not all, not everybody's great at everything. So why do I use TradingView over Thinkorswim? Because my brokerage isn't Thinkorswim. So anyway, enough sass. Let's have some more class. Check it out right here. This little area, again, this would be the two levels that I'd be watching. We could, and listen up, listen. we could just fade down. So if we have low volume or if we have a choppy market tomorrow before the data that might move us, right? It could be that Thursday is preoccupied with a slow meltdown into 50% of the gap or a little bit over 50% of that gap. And then we look for a bounce. So simple. Looking at the hourly, again, we do have a nice gap to fill, but I'm not taking any chances until I see confirmation. If you guys have any requests, you guys are here on TikTok with me. The link is right here in my bio. It is the third one down, YouTube channel chart request. Excuse me, that not the third. That is the fifth one down, or sixth one down, excuse me. So if you guys have any request, and I'm reading them right here. Like I see them, but I'm also trying to answer YouTube questions, and those are in chronological order, and I don't have to scroll up for them. I just read them down. If you guys don't mind and you guys want to stay on TikTok, hop onto the YouTube channel, drop the comment, and then you can hop back on TikTok. But that just helped me out a lot because I want to answer your question, but I just can't. My ADHD won't allow me to. So, um, thoughts on Amazon? Thoughts? How about Snap, Spy? Drop those in the request bin, my friend. All right, so let's keep it moving. Meta, Tesla, Baba. All right, so actually, Baba looks okay. It does have a bear flag. I'd like to just see. I'm not going to really cover this one too much, but Baidu. I've been kind of like flirting with both of these. Yesterday, I told you guys that I'd be looking for a retest of this. And if you go to the, there we go. Yeah, so I told you guys that I'd be looking for a retest of around 147.15. You ended up moving just a hair above that 148.50 before pulling back. That being said, Baidu would have to, in my opinion, I do see that there is a valid trend here, and I do see that there is a possible trend happening here, but I'd like to see Baba fill its gap tomorrow, and it's that simple. I really don't have anything to add about that. I hate Chinese companies. I not because like of any other alternative motive besides the fact that they are for the most part scams for most American investors, and that's just not cool. Uh, Now they're opening up the audit shit, and that's good and well. But anyway, so I'll be looking for a gap fill. I would expect a possible bounce there. This is a huge level, 163, 160, 136.60. If you break below 136.60, I would actually probably say that Baidu, and I'm going to go ahead and set an alert here, but this one would be a short play for me, possibly re-entering uh, short, like long short. Anyway, um, no. What are we learning at the moment? Ask whatever questions you want. If you have any chart requests, if you have a trade that you're looking at tomorrow and you want me to just compare and contrast levels, um, if you have an options question, if you have a strategy question, if you have whatever it is, ask me. Can we talk about let me write the questions down that I do see. If you have requests, guys, I really help me out if you guys would just please uh, drop those in the YouTube channel. It would help me a lot. All right, so the question, and I'll write this down, importance because my EMAs and MAs, obviously I use the 9, 20, 50, and 200 EMAs, and then I use the 9 MA, excuse me. I'll answer that question in just a minute. Okay, so Baidu, we'll be watching that one tomorrow. Anywhere above 155.60, this thing might send it, squeeze it. So I've got alert set above 147.77 for any type of shenanigans that happen to the upside, but I probably won't participate. So, all right, what's up? If you guys are just hopping on YouTube, if you are on YouTube, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, if you guys are on TikTok, if you guys don't mind tapping your screen, how do I stay motivated? I mean, money helps. Having to pay bills, definitely don't want to get behind there. Uh, I'm about personal growth and improving myself, trying to. So a lot of that time, I'm trying to get my time, back. So I don't know. Existing kind of motivates me. Being able to talk to people motivates me. I like helping people. So I'm getting to do what I like to do, um, while also making money. So I mean, there are days where I don't feel like that at all, and I feel like a total piece of shit. And that we all have mental health stuff, but yeah, I mean that happens. You have to go through the cycles. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into some requests here. So the first one that we see is Pioneer Natural. I don't even have. It's PXD. I haven't charted this thing in a long time. I wonder if there's even any lines on it. No, there's not. All right, so I have, if as far as I know, I don't remember the last time I ever looked at this stock. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a once over on the weekly. That's what she said. Um, that's auto. All right, hold on one second. We're gonna go ahead and do this reverse style. I don't like that. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. Well, weekly, I don't like the trend, so I'm not going to draw one because it doesn't matter. But what I can do is go and mark out a couple of key levels. If you don't see a trend, don't force one. That's how you end up making mistakes. You can speculatively put things up there, but just if you don't see anything, you don't see anything. Looks like you've got a major level here on the weekly. That's 265 and 258, it looks like. So let's move down to the daily. Lower high forming. I was just gonna say this may end up, if this doesn't end up flagging up and out. You do have a little bit of a rounded bottom, and looking at I mean, it looks like it wants trend, but I don't see anything other than this like trend all the way down here, and which is hella far away. And then even if I do this right, which feels like I'm stretching, and I shouldn't. Yeah, I don't like that. That's one of those. That's confirmation bias a lot of the times. So, what I would want to do here on the lower time frame, considering the fact that we do not have a rejection quite yet, you would want to go ahead and establish where that would occur and where you would want to see this thing move to the downside. Right now, 244 is a standing gap on PXD. Right below that gap, you have this previous that's 240, right? So 240 psychological number. Yeah. Right below that, 238. So that little pocket right there, that little zone, that for me would be where things possibly would turn bearish. That is the where you were held up against. That's where buyers established that push. So if you did end up filling that gap and making your way anywhere around 236, that's what I would look at. As far as whether this is a rejection or not, beats me. But we can go to the hourly and we can go and figure that out. That's money. One, two, three. One, two, three. Right there. Trend here. Confluence with the 200-day moving average live. You guys just saw it live. 200-day moving average right here. So this is how, and now I'm going to break into that question while I finish this analysis. Importance of the EMAs. You're seeing it right now. This is all I care about. I want to see a moving average backing up a trend, a key level, a confluence, right? We found a bunch of confluences today. If you guys were in the Discord, if you guys have, I see a ton of requests, guys, and I want to answer your request, and I'm going to do them in order on YouTube. If you drop the request on YouTube, you have that. You can go back tomorrow morning and watch the whole thing over again if you want. Anyway, so a couple of things. I'm going to break this down a little bit further, and then we'll go ahead and move on. So there is a gap to fill on PXD here between 247. Also be live tomorrow morning, guys. Live trading. So 247.83. That is where you bounced off of. It looks like today. Now, where were sellers and where were buyers? It looks like we've got 251.40 right here. And what is the price action look like at 250? Okay, perfect. So one of two things we got going on here. Either A, and I'm not quite sure I see enough yet, but what I would tell you is if you look at this level right here at 257.32, and I think we talked about it on the higher time frame, 256.57, there's a possibility that you set up some sort of consolidation or bounce and hold tomorrow, because this is technically an hourly bull flag, right? Get strong move up. You see a little bit of weakness in these candles here at the end of the day. So you could watch for a break and a push up above 257.20 for a potential gap fill. At that gap fill, I would actually be anticipating some sort of rejection. If you do not get a rejection, here's the basics right here. We've got 1, 2 off of support. So if you do move up and reject and you're looking to play it to the downside, you can use those same levels, right? The same levels that you short, the same levels that you long. And we'll observe those really quickly here. So it looks like even 255. So back down below this little pocket right here, this little zone, which is 255 and 257.75. If you fail to make it over, or if you fail, or if you fill your gap and fail and pull back on that third tap, I would expect a gap fill, and then this 200-day moving average on the hourly time frame in confluence with that level I would anticipate in the coming days. So I would say between now and maybe September, I mean, there's one of two, we could 245 it and 50% of the gap. Most of the time, anytime a gap is below me and it's on the daily or what have you, if most of the positions that I take are, if I've taken it into that gap, I'm out at the 50% mark. And the 50% mark here is 245.82. Which could end up being where you end up pulling back to. So it is all about timing, or not timing the market, but watching and being patient and waiting for those key levels to break. So what do you think has a stronger pull, a gap or a trend line support? A trend line support every time. Check out Corvo Crypto, having a massive run. I am okay. I appreciate that though, man. Not that guy. What did that say? AOY is the gains chat read only. We've actually been planning that for a long time, a long time. We just decided to pull the trigger on it. So, well, one of the admins obviously wanted to bring it back up, but must be an ad right now or something. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so let's keep it moving. You guys are on TikTok. If you guys don't mind, tap your screen. So we've got a PXD. Let's go, and I'm not gonna speed run too fast, but I'm gonna try and move through these. So, can you explain your hedging strategy? John, I'll go more in depth on that, maybe tomorrow if the market dies down a little bit. But for the most part, if I'm out more than 2 weeks, then I'll just trade a weekly and I'll just trade the setup that I see on a lower time frame and take profit where I see fit. If I'm out a couple of months, then for the most part, I'm just going to day trade around it. If I'm out this week, or if I have this week's contracts, I suck it up and I try and take a loss. So, did I just get hit with an ad? Okay, cool. I don't know why that's happening, but um, and did I see Nvidia already? No, I haven't looked at Nvidia. So man, you're killing it, I'm sure. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, it's been a nice run. Thank you guys. 2.5K likes on TikTok. Very much appreciated. Uh, Wait, after hours? Good heavens. Great fucking Scott, dude. Well, I hate to say I missed that shit, but I did. Damn, that's gnarly. Yep, that's a spicy meatball, man. Good God. The next bounce level that I see on the video is 234 below 235, excuse me. He just gave y'all the biggest tip in direction. What are you talking about? Okay, so I'm gonna keep moving down the line here. So I think the next one that we had was yeah, I saw NVIDIA, US officials ordered NVIDIA to halt sales of top AI chips to China. ES futures have been trending down. Yep. Take another. Let me look at futures right now. Oh, this is dope. This is perfect. I love that. I absolutely love that futures are pulling back right now. That's great. Ish me outside. How about that? All right. Yeah. I'm moving nonetheless. NVIDIA. Yes, I see. Everybody wants to have me look at NVIDIA, so we'll look at that next. Yep. Um, John, did you? Okay, you only asked real estate. Oh man, I kind of want to get that shit. Speaking of, but yo, that looks insane. So this one kind of just looks exactly like SPY, except for this one ended up closing right directly below its trend line, right? So if you pull it from its lows, here you actually ended up breaking trend. And not to mention that you broke trend, you also are in here. So in this area, 50% mark comes at $41.11. So I would say looking at this, if you can close a candle below today's lows, and that would be imperative because you can still reverse out of this, but not reverse, but like you could move back out of it. Does look like there was a maybe a bear flag. Yeah, a bearish pennant, excuse me. So one or two things. Candle close below 41.75. I'd prefer a 4 hour candle, something of that nature. You do have 41.50 as another micro, or not micro, but another support underneath you. And then below that, I would imagine that if you do close a candle, you will go to 41.13, and you possibly can go and move to the support of 40.36. All right. You know what's crazy? There's a lot of there's a lot of that. Okay, so I'm seeing the same thing with every, not every sector, but a lot of them. So Target, not sector, but stocks. So Target, uh, giving people one of the worst head fakes in like modern history, it seems like. But this one ended up creating that almost the same thing. Pennant here. You do get really stupid weak candles here for the last 3 days, sitting around 158.31. You do have a low of 157.27. Move down here to the 4. There it is, right there. Let's clean it up. All right, there's your trend. There's your retest for target. Here is your lower time frame setup right there and right there. So possibly, right, if we know that this is a 50% reversal from the top to the bottom, that 50% reversal could lead you, right? And I'm not going to tell you, like, I'm not going to try and predict how the hell that happens. But I would say that anywhere looking at key levels, right? Looking at the levels above you, you've got 161.25. That's an area of consolidation above and below. And then you've got 163. So I'd be looking for a breakout of above 163 and a push past the 164.50 mark if you are going to go and retest that trend line, if that trend line is even retestable. Otherwise, watch for a clean flush. I would say that looking at previous levels, 155.50 is the nearest target to, or 155.40 to the downside. Can you do Google? I'm working my way down. Potter Law, dude is good, really good. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. All right, so what happened to the views, dude? On TikTok, on YouTube, I just like everybody get kidnapped or something for a second. All right, so Nvidia is next, since everybody wants to be old Nvidia crackheads. All right, I'm sorry, just kidding. Uh, ooh, when I came down, that's that's just messed up, but not too confusing as far as where I see downtrend. There it is. Or excuse me, your support here, bruh, bruh. So great, cool trend lines, dude. Who gives a shit about trend lines? Excuse my language. Who gives a but right here, I think TikTok will like that better. Right here is now, this is the party zone for Nvidia. So you guys are ready to party, which probably means lose money because this is an area of heavy consolidation. So a lot of retail is going to be getting jerked back and forth. So it's really important that I mean, really jerked back and forth. I just want to throw this out there. Look at that. Can you imagine trading that? Can you imagine for weeks never breaking a support? Everything that we do just absolutely thrown out the window. So in this area of stupid consolidation, you've got a floor or a ceiling above you at 146.60. You stay bearish underneath that, right? Candle close tomorrow. Good God, NVIDIA. Can I short this in after hours? If you guys are on TikTok, man, lend me your thumbs, please. The algorithm wants me dead. It might be because I'm saying bad words. Um, Thank you guys. Okay, so anyway, I see a, man, I don't want to give that price target, man. That's gnarly. All right, so I see a shorter time frame trend pulling off of the lows here. That is 125. Jesus Christ, there's no way. I guess there is a way. Stick to key levels 132.85. 132.85. we're at 140.50. This is one key level here. 135.40, excuse me, 135.40 below us. And then if we were to lose that definitively, the next level down would be 118, which would be actually where close to where that trend line is. Close, but not actually right there. I guess there is a little bit of chop right there on that support. But if it does fall, I mean, fuck, man, I see 115 and this is back down into this little chop zone. Yes. So, I think it's in demand. I don't think it's on top. I mean, it is at its previous low. Did it close there? Okay, so it is at that previous low, 140.63. So that's where you bounced previously. Um, so yeah, my levels still stand. 130, 135.35 underneath you, 135.85, excuse me, underneath you. And then I believe there's also a small gap, but there's 130.75 again, 125, 126 cycle, 126.23 psychological number. So I'm trying to like mark all of the. You can write these down because this is a massive area, right? This is a massive zone right here. So there's a lot of levels. I'm just giving you what I see. So my favorite retail trader, Ginger Slayer. Isn't that illegal? Yeah, you can trade options with just a couple $100. All right, so let's move on from NVIDIA. I wouldn't really be interested in where it's at right now. I'd be more interested in where it's at in the morning, straight up. So, all right, let's keep it moving. Snapchat. Ooh. Whoever thought that Snapchat was going to be bullish? $7.13 is my is still my PT. Also, little throwback here. How's it going, everybody? Uh, Snap short, $65 price target, September 19th, 2022. The day after this happened, I think it was Motley Fool recommended them as a buy. I was down a lot, and then I re-entered after that liquidity pump, and then Snapchat never came back up to highs. It was amazing. Look at that. That's where I shorted Snap. Yep. Anyway, enough bragging. So at the moment, I don't even know if this trend line has any validity at all. But I do see this channel to the downside, and I also see a gap to fill at 725. I do see support at $8. So if you do end up losing this 930 on Snapchat, then sayonara. There is a fat gap to the upside, so I wouldn't get like too amped up until you do see a definitive break. Otherwise, you might get jacked up. And I would say that it's actually pretty likely that off of that 725 gap that you're likely to go and see some sort of bounce. So great charting. Simple Stacks Investments. Yo, if you guys are in this TikTok right now, don't you fucking dare request Nicola. Um, Make sure to follow Simple Stacks Investments. That's our TikTok page. We're probably going to be doing a giveaway for one of the followers on TikTok. So for the Simple Stacks, but all right. There's 100 of you. Just give them some love, please. It's actually just all of us. It's just the TikTok page for the whole crew. So, all right. Moving forward, we got Snapchat. I say that one dumps, but before I move on, just because I don't want to speed run through all of this shit, basically above 1270, 1280, yeah, 1280, you got a gap to fill to the upside. 50% of that gap would be 1430. That would also be the median in the zone above you. So 1430 is the upside target. If you do end up rebounding, if you do not end up rebounding and you lose the 970, 925, then my price target stands at $7 or $7.25. So All right, next one that we got is Nvidia, or excuse me, Amazon. I already have this one charted, so this one should be pretty easy. Like its counterparts, except for that one. So Amazon selected trend off of this new low right here. We've talked about this a couple of times. From that low to this high, right? We created a trend. From, and I believe we did this. Yes, we did this earlier. From the highs, and we gotta go. So again, I'm not calling for any type of bull market run, but this is one of the things that kind of threw me off a little bit today. So Amazon doesn't really get, and I talked about this today. Amazon did not hit resistance. Okay, it hit supply. Um, that's 145 and 144.75, and that's where you consolidated, and that's where you dumped. From here, go moving to the 4 hour. It appears that we do have a trend line that is in major confluence. Major confluence. Ignore this trend line. Sorry. If you guys are on TikTok, it's always easier to see this on YouTube. Good night. Have a good night, man. Potter, watching and learning from trading has literally paid for my wedding. Are you kidding me? Isaac, you're joking, my guy. Dude, I would. Where's your wedding? Are you on the Discord, my guy? You gotta say hello or something, my guy. Unless you have a different screen name. But damn, dude. That's what's up, man. That makes me. That's like. That's why I do this shit, man. That's amazing, and I hope your wedding is beautiful. If you invite me, it might not be. No, I'm just kidding. I don't drink for a reason. Actually, speaking of drinking, maybe is it 9:30? What if I just crack a beer and we just stay up till 10:30 and chart? I'll be back. Backwards. Ouch. Gross. I'm gonna make it through this entire list of charts. So help me God. If you guys are here and you guys want me to hang out until 10, tap the like button, tell your friends, tell your grandparents. Amazon needs to go way up. We'll talk about that in just a second. So let's this is just gosh, this is so beautiful. So one or two things that I see right now looking at Amazon. We've got a key level. We almost closed there. That's 124.71. If we lose that level, I would anticipate, based on this lower time frame trend right here, I would anticipate a bounce off of 121.84. I'm not saying that that's where we go in reverse, but I do know that we have a trend line that has only been tested one, two. Shit, sorry, TikTok. TikTok, you guys need to hop over to YouTube. There you go. Hop over to YouTube. Links in the bio. I'm gonna drink this beer. Um, Pretty sure all stocks will fall no matter what TA due to tightening. Charlie DeMar, me and you trade completely differently. So I would, there's no need to drop any. I mean, I get it, but I'm a day trader. You're a contrarian and whatever you are. Um, yeah, so two different styles. My TA is just a form of risk management. And yeah, keep it moving. So anyway, um, 123.37, right below us, and then that confluence of 121. And this is, guys, this is just where buyers have stepped up. I'm not calling for a reversal. I just know where, historically speaking, price tends to bounce. And when I see a trend and when I see a key level in combination, or not even in combination, but in confluence with one another, that's usually how I set a target. Do I just short it when it gets there? No, right? If anything, I would short it down. And we're at in the middle of a giant gap. So 122.35 is only logical for some sort of a gap fill, right? That's what I would be anticipating is some sort of at least gap fill and then a bounce off of that gap, A, or B, um, some sort of wick down, possibly even just a tad bit lower, right around 121, and then a move back up to the upside for just a retest. So even if it's just a retest, I'll be watching the lower time frame setup. Excuse me, the not last night. This afternoon when I was talking to one of the mentors, I was telling him like this level right here, and we're losing it right now down to 125.33. Basically tomorrow, um, I want to see where we gap down to. That's going to be most important for me. So if we end up gapping down to say 122.44, or if we gap down 50% of the way, I'll be simply looking for a retest of the area in which we consolidated today. Simple as pie. 127. If you break back above 127, then it's game on, and I'll watch this thing move to the upside. Moving from the highs, it does look like there's a untouched trend. So anyway, that's about it. If you bought a put yesterday, nice job. I thought that comment from Charlie Demar was pretty stupid. I know if you guys like him, that's all good. But that was yeah, just a silly comment on a day trader's stream. Amazon. So let's keep it moving. We've got how do I find supply and demand, and how do you what did that say? Can you explain how to find supply and demand and how you get up your red and green triangles? So this is not supply and demand. This is just simply an identification in certain areas of consolidation on where sellers are and where buyers are. That's it. That's all I'm looking to find. When I'm looking for this, I usually find an area where I see multiple rejections. This is going to also be right around, and I'm going to delete all of this. This was just previous teaching stuff. So right here, right? So this area where we saw buyers step up multiple times and then sellers ended up taking over, this is going to be my area, right? So 50%, 50% mark is at a psychological number. That's going to be 130, right? It's never psychological, by the way. It's always just like within a couple cent, 25, 50 cent range, depending on the market cap. But most of the time, do you post your entries when you get in and out? I trade live pretty much every day. The goal, contrary to like a lot of the people, my goal is not for you to just follow me forever. My goal is for you to not be as intimidated as these dorks make you feel, and to learn this for yourself, because most people are given like basically a guide to turning their, you know, bending their head around their ass. Like it doesn't, like a lot of the like, you know, self-help like stock books, like a lot of them are just more confusing than anything else. So my goal is to try and show you exactly what I do and remind you that everybody is different. So you can take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You can never join my Discord. You could just sit and watch me like a lot of people do, and that's it. You know, you could and again, you know, a lot of people do that. So I want you to learn. I want people to not feel as intimidated as people, because when you have intimidated people, you have customers. You have customers that feel confused and feel like they have to continue. And so I'm trying to give people like, hey, this is what I do. And once you learn and feel comfortable with the understanding of what I do, then you can go and try it out for yourself, right? If you're a new trader, it's simple. You don't put a lot of money into the market, and you just put enough, knowing that you have a long journey ahead of you. And if you really want something, that's not going to be the deterrent. If it is the deterrent and you just want to get those immediate gains, you're going to be kicked out of the market very sharply. So anyway, yeah, come trade with me live tomorrow, man. I go green, I go red. Um, I do it all on here, so well, not all. Well, actually, hold on. I have a I've had some embarrassing TikTok moments actually. So, um, living within your means keeps me motivated. But anyway, so this is just a rough draft. You can replicate this same thing, and obviously this is where supply and demand come into play. This is the weekly chart on Amazon right here, and we can see that the pop back up was a retest of the 145 area, right? Where's the 50% mark? It is at, oh, look at that. That is the 165 mark, 164. So right there, that's an example. This is totally scalable. So if you're a huge, like an equity, like, if, and this is the beautiful thing, God, this simplifies everything for me. It makes sense to me, right? It makes sense to a lot of the people that I teach. If this is your resistance and you break it, right? And this is the box, and you fall back in, you with selling pressure, right? Not just a little pullback and a retest, but an actual pullback. Candle close back underneath the area which buyers tried so desperately to hold above. If that happens, what do you think? What do you think? Where do you think that people put their stop losses? Right? People put their stop losses at 177.65 or 178, right? So you let it run up a little bit. Look at the volume declining as you move to the upside, and then the volume picks up on the sell off. You will go to your median, which is this is actually you've got 160 right here. Truthfully, is the mean. I kind of misspoke on that one, but regardless, pull back to the median, perfect target. Right now, of course, you end up going back up again. Same thing. You end up popping back up. You go here, candle close below that median, and you go to support. It's just like that. So, easy element, yeah. So it's just a matter, and why. So let's just, if you guys are on TikTok and you guys don't mind, lend me your thumbs. This is people charge thousands for this shit, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So it's this everywhere. Why does this happen? Right? I am targeting the mechanics that the market runs off of, that high frequency traders abide by. I am looking at the market, trying to look at it as like, and this sounds weird, but as predatorial as I can. Okay, we take it above. I kind of second guess every obvious move, for good reason, because that's essentially, how the market is designed. That's why we have a fear and greed meter. We talked about this, right? Why is everything down in after hours? Pot smoker thing bother you? Oh no, it does not. It does not bother me at all. I used to do cannabis reviews for dispensaries in Oregon, so yeah, I'm not mad at it. I may have smelled it once or twice. That's it. I didn't inhale. Nah, you're good, man. I would tell you if I didn't like that. After hours doesn't matter, neither do futures. I love you, Scooter, but that's horseshit. That's horse. Um. Okay, Clinton. He didn't. All right. So anyway, that's essentially how I do it. Now let's just do one more, just for fun. Let's go to the daily. Right. Let's find another one. Oh, look at that. Easy. Right. Buyer or sellers, sellers, right? You break down into this area, candle close, you retest the top. That's 125.85. That is where you reject and you fall. And where do you go? Straight to the median. Look at the candle close right here down at the bottom, right? 115, that 115 area. So let's go ahead and drop a median. I hope this is making sense. And of course, if you're on YouTube, you can go and rewind this back. If you're learning anything, I'm trying to explain this as best as I can. And let me do something else because I can see that TikTok can't see it. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit. But of course, TikTok's there. Okay, so again, right here, psychological number 115, right? Oh, excuse me. 114, actually it's 114.75 and 115. It's right in that this little pocket right here. So here's the deal, right? You either bounce off of this thing or you wick down into it, right? How do we determine whether it goes in or not? Pause. If the candle closes in it, that's not good. If it's bearish, that's obviously we can add to that case. So you could gap down and wick down into 128.22, but if you close that candle back up above 127 and the candle body is on top of 125.60, reversal. At least maybe not immediately, but that's a sign of a reversal there. Love the mood. Could you look at BABA or ENPH? If you guys want me to take a look at anything, I'm not getting off of live. We'll be here for another almost hour. I'm drinking. I'm not. I've had like 3 sips, but so basically, but if you could, sorry, I lost my train of thought. If you could just go click the link in the bio right here. I'm on YouTube Live, and if you could just drop your comment in the comment section on the live, that way I can scroll down and I don't miss any tickers. Because if you leave a request, then I can actually get to it regardless of whether you're there or not, and then you can go back and watch this video tomorrow or whatever you need. So, all right, so let's keep it moving. So we got SPY. I already have this one charted. Ready for it? This is the daily. Where are we at on the 4-hour? Oh, that's money, dude. Yo, I don't know if Jorge's on right now, but what did I say, dude? What I called it on the money right there. 390.90, 390. This is a super confluence in my opinion. Where did I find? I think it was the 2-hour. Was it extended? No, that's fine. Okay, so perfect. We are falling. I do see a bounce 391, 08, or 390.90. Okay, one of those two levels above us, right? So like, okay, cool. Does that mean we reverse? No. That means that we need to start paying attention to areas in which we, again, we need to establish this. Okay, so this is going to be the area that we're going to be dealing with tomorrow. And it's simple as pie. Sellers have put, again, I'm using other people's money to leverage my position if I want to take something short. I see a proper retest of 401 on SPY. Beautiful, right? Candle close inside of that, bear flag. Candle close. Let me emphasize that. Look, TikTok, look, right? Wick up. Retest. Where? Where you bounced before. 402.25. Rejection. Candle closes in the pattern. Then you move down, but guess what? You wick back up. Who cares? The candle does not break above and hold that area where sellers are present. So immediately you pull back down. So with that being said, I would like to see SPY down to 390.75 would be 390.50 or that 391.08. So I don't care, and I'm not trying to be perfect on where exactly we could. Let me pull this down a little bit. I could sharpen it up a little bit on. So the reason why I am watching this for a bounce. Is A, this is demand, right? There's a demand underneath this. B, this is that previous bounce area. C, there's a trend line there, and guess where they all combined? Guess where they all are set up at? Right there. So, if anything, a bounce and nothing else. SPY doesn't do anything else unless it A, breaks over 395.80. Excuse me, 390, basically 396. I don't like to, anywhere within that dollar range of the whole number, psychological number, I don't like to buy it. Candle close above the median, which is going to be that 396. And then at that point, that's where I would be looking for SPY to move up to the previous area where we saw, and that's 399, 399.75, right? No candle closes above that. We stay bearish for the most part. So I will also mention that there is a extra confluence in this lower time frame channel type wedge here. So I don't know how much more I need to see. You know what I mean? This is enough. At some point, all things converge. Catch me around 390, 391, and 390 even. How about that? So that's the gap I just called. Maybe, but think about all the consolidation that can happen before that breakdown, right? Look at all of this. You really think that market makers are going to let people make that much money? Maybe we could go do something. Let's do something. Let's do this. All right. Oh no, I don't want that. I want. Wow. Wow. You know where Max Payne? That's when you see these, when you see them start to separate like that, that's when they start to come back together. That's nuts. Look at that. The widest right here, super duper wide, pop back together. Super duper wide, pop back together. Here, you even widen up a little bit, pop back together. That's really interesting. Tesla put to call chart. Look at that. That's cool. That's June 11th. Okay, so let's do 1 week. Yeah, everything is bearish. I'm just letting you guys know that anytime I see everybody leaning to one side, that's when we get jacked up. So catch me on the upside. What's max pain for Friday? Let me go look at that. Hold on, I'll find it for you. Max pain is seems to be 401. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Oh my gosh. See all this money right here? Just pretend that these are stacks of money and you're just putting them in front of market makers, right? Let's talk about what month we're in. Huh? It's September and we've already been bearish. We've already been falling. So, do we continue to fall or could we just sit sideways, right? we have we have the holiday season, right? This would be historically we don't see a Christmas rally and nothing, right? I'm not, again, everything that I do is just speculative. It's just speculative. It's just thinking, trying to think ahead. So we're going to be in like kind of a toss up. Are people starting to get in position for the Christmas rally, or are people really going to short even further into September, right? So buy the Nvidia dip. I think I'm excited about Nvidia falling. I don't know about you guys. That's actually a stock that I would buy eventually. Not right now. Anyway, remember you guys can always DM me if you guys have any questions while I'm streaming. If they're educational. I am streaming on, if you guys are on TikTok, I am on YouTube. That is where the request. I'm making my way down, uh, down uh, down the thing. Sorry. All right. So next one is TSM. I believe I charted this one today. And it did end up popping. So let's oh shit, come back here. I'm gonna start on the daily here. Oof. Get real, dude. Wow. Okay. Well, you got a whole hell of a lot going on right now. I gotta be honest with you with TSM. They got more than just stock shit to worry about, but you got good clean levels here. So let's cover those. Where'd you wick off of? You wicked off of this little pocket right here, this little zone right here. Check this out, right in there. What is that? That's a zone to watch out for. We'll go down and chart that here in just a second. Secondly, um, same thing to the upside, right? There it is. Perfect. Okay. So right here, okay, you got a gap fill retest, no candle close inside of this area. This pocket, right, that you've already traded in, or you've seen about a lot of bounces, that is going to need to be broken. So you have clear levels. Everything's clear. Move down to the 4 hour, right? And we're going to get rid of our pivot. We don't need those. So either A, we go ahead and we gap down overnight. And I'm not going to try and predict where that is. The only place that I could see is 80.50. So 80.50 is the next level. So again, remember we talked about the zone below us. This is dope because 80.50 is the median, right? And the median is, yeah, you're basically in no man's land, right? You're kind of in like, but that's the dopest shit. That I get pumped up because I'm like, yo, this got way easier for me. Like way, way, way easier. Now there's an untouched trend line here, right? This trend line can get touched on a retest and still stay bearish. It could still do that. I'm not counting that, out as of right now. You got two 4 hour candles, both attempting to break into. You fail, you do retest, and then you drop. You close today at 81.82 in after hours, and that is your floor. This is the demand underneath you. So if you close candles anywhere, either A, open up at 80.50. How do you play this? 80.50 is your open. Your rejection level is 81.50 and 81.21. Simple as pie. So, but if you gap up, right, or if you pop up tomorrow, that's 1, 2, 3, right? If you see a third rejection, I'd start legging into targets around $80. I'm shorting Amazon big time. Oof. Okay. I actually have Amazon on my watch list tomorrow. which is on the side watch list. We don't talk about that. I'm staying away from Amazon. Yeah, SpyPut's putting it open. We'll be trading live tomorrow, so hopefully we'll see you guys there. If you guys are enjoying the stream at all, or learning anything, or benefiting from this at all, uh, please be sure to leave a like. So, all right, I'm pushing down. I swear to gosh. TQQ. So I know one thing. I pretty much wrecked that. Wait, where's? Hold on. Before we go any further, where is SQ? Oh my God. Y'all heard it here. Who cares where you heard it from? Wow. Incredible. Look at that. Look at it. Inverse head and shoulders, break to the upside, 46.55. I want to throw up. You got an impersonator. I know he's commenting on my videos right now, but you know what the hilarious part is? Is I've harassed them so much that I've gotten them to break character and ask me to please stop. So I invite it. It's a good pastime. Sometimes when my Adderall's wearing off at night, you know, what else do you do? I'm just kidding. Anyway, sorry about that. I got a little bit distracted because I remember TTQ, or excuse me, SQQ. So where's the buy point for SQQ? Oof, forget one, my boy. Where's the buy point? Excuse me. I don't know, partner. This looks like hot dog water. Excuse me. Sorry. Drinking beer right now. It's kind of making me burpy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think I see it now. Yes. TQQ, just like its counterpart. Check it out. Now, of course, 4 hour, right, has this actually declining underneath it. If you open up anywhere lower, or if you open up, let's say around $26, then I would go ahead and let me just make sure I'm on the money with this one before I keep moving forward. Okay, so you're right there, actually. I apologize. You're literally right there. So this is also a key level here, right? This is $27. This is easy. Check it out. Right here. 28 excuse me, $29 to the upside. You bounce tomorrow, then I would go ahead and call this for a trend line retest. And I would actually say we squeeze. Be careful, squeeze back up to 31.85 if you bounce tomorrow. If you fall tomorrow, you really don't have much elsewhere to go except for, again, 25.90. And directly below that, we have 25.44. 25.44 right there. And if you go to the YouTube stream, you guys can see. Yo, listen, if you guys see red candles and then short, you're doing it wrong. If you see green candles and then you start buying, you're doing it wrong. Like, no, that's not facetious. I'm not trying to tell you what, but if you're trying to short support right now, go for it. That is a lesson that I had to learn the hard way. Does it pay off this time? Maybe. Does it pay off next time? Probably not. Anytime you're around support, price action gets weak. That's a nice short. This, whether you like it or not, is weak. Weak. So we'll see how we open. Who cares? My ego is not in this chart. I don't care if I'm wrong. I don't care because at the end of the day, I'm only going to make money. I'm only ever going to make money by reacting to the market, not hoping, not coming in with a bias like I did on Tesla. The day that I came in with a bias, I lost money. It's just that simple. So I know what my rules are. I know what I like to look for. I know that I'm looking at the mechanics in combination with confluences that I find on the chart, and that works for me. So I just stick trading SPY. Rest is gambling. I do not. Why do you care so much if you're wrong? I just said that I don't care if I'm wrong. Um, why? Oh, I see what you're doing. I like that. Why is your ego in the chair? I love this. Keep going. Do you have any advice? I got liquidated on RYCEY today and am still bagging holdings since Seth. I would go and find that broker who sold you those shares, and I might give him a stick hit in the chest. Might right in the throat. Um, yeah, I don't know, dude. Maybe I'll take a look at it here in a little bit. Anyway, TQQ, I see it at support right now. I could be delusional. We did flush support without a proper retest. When does that ever happen? So I don't know. I'm gonna make money tomorrow, regardless. I couldn't even invest back then. Holy turds, bro. What about QQQ, TQQ, SQQ? Listen. Hold on. Pause. He said, right? What did you say? You said, I stick to trading SPY. Rest is gambling. That's Axeman, okay? That's his that's what makes him comfortable, and that's great. I support that. If you don't think that any other stocks are right for you because you don't like the way they trade, then you're doing the right thing. You're getting away from what doesn't work and you're sticking to what does. So good on you, dude. And if you choose to ever expand, good on you as well. If you choose to just continue to trade the same thing day in day out, gang. You know what I'm saying? 92% of my long term is in. Oh my god. I would start calling. I would start calling the owner. This is Rolls Royce on the from 2015, buddy. Please don't tell me that's true. You're joking, right? Ooh. Ooh. You need some milk, dude. It can't go much lower. I mean, it could go lower, but um, I can't really advise you on this, my guy. Nor is that legal, but yeah, all hopes of a reversal lie in probably a squeeze or something like that. And anything that I do with technicals is not going to help you with a bag hold that you've been holding for a long time. I do apologize that you're in that situation. That really does suck. I don't know if this has options. I don't think it does, but I maybe open up at the brokerage and short it. I'm not sure, man. But if I could give you a hug, I would. I listen. Don't think that I'm immune. Okay, this is my stock. Okay, that I thought I was going to be a genius on. It happened to me too. I was a genius, guys. I was the smartest guy in the land, and iBio was the reason why we were going to get Lambos with iBio tickers on them. And you know what? I I uh, I bio a lot of hedges on this trade. So this went to 27 cents. Okay, from the $3 that I bought it at. I didn't hold it all the way. I just deleted the app. I'm just gonna delete the app. What app? Somebody say free hugs. Yeah, there's an alley by my house. So I can catch you there. So Seth, I mean, dude, don't give up. I mean, don't let Rolls Royce be the reason why you quit trading. You know what I'm saying? So. All right. Chips took a hit. SQ. When I came down. Ooh. Man. Does anybody know what I'm gonna say? Because I feel like you guys already know what I'm gonna say. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna? Ooh. Do we dump down to $37? Or do we rebound for one last hurrah at some point off of what appears to be a possible, not confirmed, but possible inverse head and shoulders. You're going to like the way you trade. So cool. Now what? Right? That means reversal. Let's figure out where. So I like particularly this 74.60 level to get broken. That's going to be the upside. From there, right? You got basically your apex. Apex. This is not apex. That's what forex traders call double bottom middles. But $80. Look at that. So if anything, right, you may end up going. So this is the daily. I do see a trend. I do, and I'm going to show you where I see it really quick. Right here. Look at these candles. Ooh. Yo, Square is looking extra juicy. So juicy and sweet. Wow. What an incredible setup. That's money, dude. Put it on a cracker. So number one, channels turn into fucking wedges. Sorry. Turn into wedges. This is easy to map, my friends. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take it long, don't you know? So below 60, I'm sorry guys. It's alcohol. 66.50, right? That's the floor. Candle close below it. 65.85 would be the nearest target I would look for. I would look for a trend line tap. Tap comes at 64.27. If you gap down tomorrow, I would venture to guess either 66.70, 66.69, or below it at around $64 to, yeah, 64.40, somewhere in there. So, and that wouldn't be out of line because if you guys take a look back, the actual wick down for the previous shoulder was actually $65.12. So it is entirely possible that we go down to $65 or even just a little bit lower. But guys, there's a channel here. There is a channel. I see. I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong whenever that happens. But I see what I see, and I see people trying to catch this thing early on low volume, and I see a reversal right there. But I am going to go ahead and I'm actually going to write that down. So Amazon Square coming out of left field right now. Oh, did you catch that? 69 or below it? Oh, that's weird. Don't buy stocks until September is over. More pain ahead. Buffett indicators still at all-time highs. I mean, I think that there's maybe not pain, but I think that we're gonna see option sellers make bank, which means that they're likely gonna keep shit in range. I apologize on that trend line. That trend line is not correct. That's the correct trend line. Right there. There it is. So you rejected that trend line. Perfect. So yeah, 1, 2. I'm setting an alert right here. If you tap that trend line, catch me in calls. My NVIDIA put's gonna pay big tomorrow. That's what's up, gang gang. Make sure you take profit and don't be greedy. Is there a point in which retail trading underlying stocks when option to, is there a point in, I don't understand that. All right, Apple. Guys, I'm going to be basically, I'm like charting the entire market right now. So if you guys have any questions, YouTube is wide open. I can do SPY. I've actually done SPY. Oh, let it go. It's okay, man. Dude, I miss every big trade in the market. Once that is a step in growing up in the. It depends. If you're a penny trader, by all means, I'm not talking to you, but but if you worry about missing everything that ever runs and you end up losing, you're gonna feel FOMO forever. Most traders are completely controlled by FOMO. I actually almost bought a $40,000 painting It's one, I love it. It's like one of my favorite paintings. Um, but because like it's just one of those things where it's like FOMO is like a leading factor um, for most people feeling immobilized in the market. So anyway, let's go to the daily. Who Ashley? Hey, why you got two profiles, bro? I already did the video. We'll do PTSG for next. All right, so super confluence. Oh my gosh, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so beautiful. Great heavens. Okay, so 155, either a 155.60, 155.50, maybe just a little bit down. Guys, there's a 200-day moving average sitting right here at yeah, at this 200-day moving average with this trend line and that key level and that supply. There's too much. And guess what? They started signaling for the bear market or the pullback. I'm telling you what, man, this thing's gonna get crazy. Because I mean, by all means, like maybe this is the place to short. Maybe we dump. We got a crazy ass megaphone. Apple's got a target right now, from those lows at, the institutional reloading zone is, around, I think, fucking, I think if I remember correctly, is around 118 or $120. But I would suspect some sort of bounce and retest of 164 before we do end up breaking that 200-day moving average. Straight up. Futures broke 200. Let me go take a look. I want futures down to 39.07. I actually had this target today. My target stands. I say we are about to shake the living shit out of people. In my opinion, my humble opinion. But futures got 39.0675 and 39 basically 39.10. But I see this one as at least some sort of retest bounce of 40.10. Anywhere above 40.10, it would be highly likely that we would see a 40.80 retest and retest the downtrend, right? So I see it. I'm actually fucking the more that I'm charting right now, the more that I'm actually getting excited about tomorrow. Because all I see is like strong candles, and then the volume on these weak daily candles on ES, it's hilarious, right? People are buying, and I know that there's people, there's billions being unloaded, but I'm a day trader. I'm not looking for long term. I think we bounce and these candles get crushed, at least for, again, maybe a 40, 41, 75 retest. But ultimately, until, and, until that's broken, I'm telling you guys right now, excuse my language, or I'm not yelling at you, but I'm telling y'all right now that everybody's talking north. Even Charlie the Dingus. I don't know what his name is. Apparently, everybody knows who he is. I don't know who he is. I don't really care. But I didn't see anything of value. So the median here, right? He was saying like, stocks are gonna fall. What are you talking about, dude? Or what are you talking about? Anybody? Stocks have already fallen. We've already fallen. We've fallen hard. This is a huge dump. We just had a big, quick rally. Huge dump. Anytime you take a leg down, y'all, and I'm not, again, that's a strong candle. That's a strong candle. I want you to pay attention to the candles here. Okay? Observe with me. Look at these candles, right? Look at those candles, right? There's a big difference. Look at those candles. Cusco. So that being said, you're heading into support with weak red candles. I'm gonna catch a bounce, at least for they fell on no news. Good point. Good point. Why's my fingernail dark? Oh, yes, I was gardening today. Dirt in my nails. All right, so we got a yes. I'm with it. If you're down, or if you're looking at take this one bouncing at 3906, I'm taking. I'm gonna pop it tomorrow. Um, but I'm only gonna make money by reacting to the market, not by anticipating some shit that I have in my mind. So again, put some lotion on my hands. My hands are not that dry. I use actual cocoa butter too. Okay. Okay, maybe you're right. They are a little. Am I ashy? Say, damn. I got a Christmas dusting. All right. Anyway, um, let's do the QQQ. So I've already done TQQQ, but I'll do this one as well. So 4 hour, of course, extended everything. This is the only difference, right? So here's the deal. One little, and this is the 4 hour, this is after hours. One candle here does not dictate whether or not we continue lower. But what it does tell me, and this is just really simple for me, going to the hourly here, I have everything separated into levels that are easy for me to react to, not understand, but react to. And we've got a couple of those levels here. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. So right here, this box, right? And we do have what appears to be starting from our just little high here, moving down, right? We got a nice confluence with that 50-day EMA. I hate these yellow boxes. Sorry if you guys are on TikTok. They're the worst. Okay, so take a look at this. Simple. Buyers, buyers. Nobody wants to buy. You dump, right? Same thing here. Buyers, buyers, buyers. Sellers, 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 right? You gap up. They would double down. You fill the gap. You go to support. You flush down into your new support, right? You retest. You establish where your resistance is. That's 302.60. You end up wedging up and out and retesting the same level that you broke before continuing to the downside. So for me, and looking at all of these wicks, so take a look at the Qs, right? You get this big ass wick here in after hours. I see a downtrend here. I see the Qs bouncing off of 394.77. Now, the thing about any type of wedge is most wedges are good for at minimum a 50% reversal. So if you drop here, your reversal level is only at 302. So RSI is history. Why aren't you using RSI and MACD? Because they don't help me. This info is so dope. Appreciate it. Cody Archibald, thanks, man. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you guys are liking it, just let that finger go crazy on my screen. That sounds like a pickup line. Use that on someone. So anyway, that sounded damn near like I was on a different app. So continue downtrend for QQQ or what? No, I think I'm not. So let me just, and I feel like people are like, oh, you're thinking of, no, I just think that there is a good chance that we bounce. We've fallen so much. We've lost 50% or more of the previous run that we had. We just hit demand. Okay. So until we break into it, this candle, right? All that matters, right? Because this is again when charting, uh, we can. All that matters is where the candle where the candle opens, and where the candle closes. Now the reaction to hold on one second. No, okay, sorry. I just wanted to check something, make sure I wasn't off. So QQQ 4 hour time frame, and of course we can see that we're kind of losing that. What matters to me the most is that we open and just springboard back up, right? Candle close back inside of here, you're good to go. You can consolidate any further, but right above 307, you start. Why? Why does this happen? Right? Jobless claims 830% could open down to -2%. I will be live probably before that. So here's the deal, right? Um, I just said this, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not gonna make any money by walking in tomorrow and just hoping that everything that I said comes true. This is why I don't just use technicals, and this is exactly why I am going to be watching levels right now. I mean, I'm looking at it. So above us, it's 299.10. Simple as that. You break back up and you hold above that. I hate when these things do this, but it does. You still have, and everything has an untouched trend line. Trend lines very, very seldomly will leave untouched. So whether the Qs open up at 295.45, like I said, I still see a retracement back up to around 301.50, depending on price action. So I'm just letting you guys know that there's no way in hell that market makers, institutions are going to let you guys make and let anybody make this much money to the downside. There's already been so much down. And a lot of that downside ended up happening. I mean, people started chasing it down, down, down. Market crashed. The market's crashing. The market's crashing. The sky is falling. And guess what? All it takes is one fucking piece of data, one headline, one comment, and the market comes. And okay, so why? And I'm gonna answer this again. Why would I like take it above these levels, or why would I um be long on it if something like that did happen, or if we got a surprise on economics? Because it just based off the mechanics, and I'm going to continue to talk about this. So if you guys are sick of it, I get it. The mechanics tell me that if we move above 303.65, we're and let's find out how many shares are in this hourly candle. Let's just say off of this rejection alone, you had 517,000 shares traded. You do the math on a 303 303.65 or 303.80. So what I see here, as clear as day, is I see sellers, and they're putting a lot of money into shorting this level. So on any given time frame, if I see one, two, three, and no buyers, nobody wants it, nobody can push it up, it doesn't have the juice. One, two, three, I'm going to short it, because that exhausts buyers, that exhausts the shit out of them as they're trying to sit there. And you get a candle like this, and this is why I tell people, like, candlestick analysis is you have to combine it with something else, right? Where does that candle close? Why do I keep candle timers on? This is exactly why. So might as well play roulette. I said, Miami, dude, you just keep coming in here, my guy. Do you want me to block you, what do you want? Or do you want me to teach you? You want a hug? A beer? A kiss? What do you want? I've been shorting and banking, not gonna lie. Oh, we have too. I mean, for the last, if you guys go look at any of my TikTok videos, if you guys don't mind, if you're done here, if you guys enjoyed the stream, maybe go drop a comment on one of them. I talked about shorting China one time and shadow ban. You don't talk about shorting China on a Chinese app. Lesson learned. Um, all of those things. Damn, is that a pickup line? You have to have conviction and think long term with good companies. Right. That's not. I'm not buying equity. So, um, but anyway, they're listening right now. I know. I love Chinese stocks. They're the best. My favorite part of Chinese stocks is when they list the company, and like an offshore. I love that. Something really nice and vacation like. But you don't actually get to own those shares, right? You get a contract that says you can have them maybe some other time, right? You just own a contract. So instead of owning the actual shares that are listed on, the New York Stock Exchange, a lot of these are, and then on top of that, the audits are, um, You know, because we can't audit them, that makes it a great investment. Am I doing this right? Oh, I'm doubling down. Whoops. Short China. Anyway, so do what you want with me, China. Okay. I played Baba to the upside. Okay, so you can eat my socks. I did see that crazy IPO today, dude. That shit was absolutely bonkers. Absolutely. Can I get your thoughts on a PDD put? I thought that said something else. Yes, if you guys don't mind, there's 168 of you guys. I'm literally on YouTube Live right now. If you guys will hit the link in the bio, I'm going to drop that in your request or in the request zone. That way, you can actually go back tomorrow or tonight and re-watch it. So, all right, let's keep moving, guys. I've been talking a lot, so I know there's a bunch of people on here like probably like just shut the fuck up. Pure Storage. Also, we will be trading live tomorrow in the morning. Where to buy that setup? Oh man, I gotta do this. All right, I'll write it down right now. I pinky promise that I'll put in my link tree tomorrow my setup, which is kind of getting old now. So. Turn on after hours. Are you talking about on Pure Storage? This is after hours. The YouTube Live is just where you can drop a request if you have one. So that way you can check it out. So um, that's kind of ugly, but I guess that is a hot dog water ass chart. Let's go to the weekly. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's money, dude. Put it on a cracker. That could be money, dude. That could be super ass gnarly mega head and shoulders. There was this crazy looking trend line here. So that was pretty quick. I reckon that moving down here to the daily. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. So, all that being said, and look, by the way, hey, yo, remember everyone, like, QQQ is underneath support? Look at that. It's underneath support. Whatever. The key level below you, or any selling below you if you're going to continue to take this to the downside. This is, I'm not going to call it easy money because I hate when people get the wrong idea when that happens. But this little zone right here, 200-day moving average, splitting that perfectly in half. That's 27.68. The bottom right here is going to be 27.08 or 27 even. Candle close into, not at or on that range, but into. So right around 26.77. I would anticipate Pure Storage pulling back to 25.75. I feel like I should start writing down my predictions so that way I can like come back and so I said PTSG and then I say 25.75. But right, that's a good way to develop a bias and get smoked. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that okay, if this is our trend, trend is our friend. And I turn on after hours. That's why you guys see the chart freak out like that. So this is purely speculative, and it looks like and I'm going to go in a little bit further in depth. I'm doing the daily right now, not looking at the higher time frame. So it looks like we had a little bit of a gap, 31.36. I don't know if this is earnings. Yeah, correct. Okay, cool. That's earnings. There it is. Got it. Obviously, you've got a key level here below us. There. Boom. 50% mark is there. Boom. You're bearish below 29.93. Candle close, good volume. I would imagine anywhere below 28.92. Pure Storage would go down to my target. Yeah, 28.36. TikTok needs to allow screen catching, much like Twitch. Yeah, I know, man. It kind of sucks because I wish that again I'm on YouTube right now, so you guys, if you have a computer or something, you can watch both. But that is where I'm screen sharing, so that's the best place to see any of my analysis or just the whole chart. So, Potter, I'm short ES. Please help. Does that? What do you mean? I did cover that. If you want to go to the YouTube channel, I've covered all of these. I've covered Tesla, Meta, Baba, Baidu, SQ, TSM, TQQ, P. I haven't gotten that yet. Wait, did I get that one? I think I got that one. Spy, Amazon, Nvidia, Snapchat, Target, XLRE. I've done futures. I've done Pioneer Natural, and I think I've taken some other random ones. They are mentees. That's so weird. Mentees? So my mentors are called mentees? I don't like that. They're my mentors. They're my mentorettes. Um, Nick, what the fuck does that mean, bro? Watching you from my deathbed, literally just got out of surgery. Are you okay, my guy? I hope that's a joke. If you're, I mean, if you just got out of surgery, man, yeah, I hope you're okay, man. I did look at Apple. I looked at Apple. Now I think we're gonna look at Lulu. Oh, Lulu does have earnings tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. I will take an earnings trade. If you guys want to follow any of my earnings trade, you can follow me on the Iris app. That's where I take all of my degenerate shit. That's where I take all of my. Do not follow that account, okay? As like you're trading. Like, don't do that. I don't care about my P&L on that app, okay? Or on my gambling account. I use that to scratch the itch. I don't do a whole lot of partying or anything like that. Not a I don't live a not a luxurious guy, so can't wait to live trade with you tomorrow. I'm excited. Excited if it's your first time, man. I try and teach as much as I can while I trade. So can you chart shrimp? Cam, you talking about shrimp? All right, so I'm gonna stop right now, because first of all, I want to short this so bad. My toes are curling right now. Um, God, dog, look at that. Just like everything else. 272. Ooh! Oh, they're selling. They're selling. They're selling. They're selling. Boing. Right? Let's go to the daily. Damn. All right. Lulu PT for earnings. I'm gonna give you guys projections, good, bad, ugly. I'll tune in tomorrow morning. Have a good night. You too, guys. I'll be up pretty early. So if you guys are early risers, maybe who knows? I might be up at 6:30 on TikTok, so that's Eastern time. Yeah, Lulu has earnings. It's not tomorrow morning though, right? It better not be. Don't let me get all amped up for this shit and then have it. Lulu's only good to trade for me on earnings, like for the most part. Because that thing can go beast mode on earnings. Look at that thing. That thing could also die on earnings. Okay, hold on. We gotta do. Ooh, that is dope. So not only is this possibly the rejection, if Lulu doesn't do well, I'm gonna go off on. There's a huge imbalance I'm calling 247 target to the downside if Lulu shits the bed. 247.45. So bad earnings, bad Lulu, 247.50. We'll just call it that. How's Apple looking? I did that. Students extra 1K to spend in spandex. What? Nice. Astrolix. Awesome. Glad to hear it, man. This man put a spoiler on his freaking. Yo, I thought nobody listens to me. Manny is a menace. Yeah, he is, man. Right into Lulu's cell phones and earbuds. I'm so confused, Hail Mary. I think I'm. Oh, 10K loan forgiveness? How do you make that connection? How, so you're saying that people who have student loan forgiveness are going to go buy spandex and earbuds and cell phones? So you're saying I should go and like invest in Lulu? I'm a short it. I like it short, but it could give you one of those gnarly little you thought you were you thought, and then and it goes to 340. So don't quote me on this, but we'll see how it. They aren't going to buy cars. I mean, how could we ever assume what what people are going to buy? I mean, consumer discretionary. They aren't buying anything. I mean, they're probably going to buy food. Theta. It's actually the you want to get wrecked.
Theta,
Not theta.
theta, 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 theta.
Get wrecked. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you, man. Oh God, happy hunt. I'm gonna screenshot that. I'm gonna send it to your parents. I'm just kidding. That's why I don't drink alive. All right. I just joined the monthly membership for the Discord. Yo, welcome. And we do actually have have the trials open right now, so I'm glad you got to catch that. Make sure that if you didn't, you should. There's a discount code there too. So if you do end up actually going through it, that you don't have to. You can close if you don't like it, or if you feel like you're still too new, because we don't want people who are brand new coming in here and thinking like this is a signals chat. No, we're trying to teach people how to do this for themselves. I'm watching Spy down to 390.50 tomorrow, possibly even 389.55, and then I'm looking for a potential bounce. I shouldn't have said that. Market Lulu is a very strong company. I mean, I don't. Hail Mary. Let me make something. I never, and you can track this on any earnings trade I take. I never ever take any earnings trade one sided. Ever. Never. Not even once. Damn, I'm hungry right now. All right. If you guys will give me one last burst of likes on TikTok. Let your fingers go nuts. And I'm going to go ahead and try and wrap this up. But if you guys are going to be on live with us tomorrow in pre-market, um, can I explain hotkeys in just a second? Yes, I can. So I don't have them hooked up right now because I actually just closed the thing, whatever it's called, Stream Deck mod. But for the most part, So when I have a Stream Deck or if I'm looking to fill into something quickly, I gotta go reset that tonight. I was trying to clean everything up. So what I can do is I can set like by 10, by 12. You have to go look it up or like load. But that's how I essentially can get in really quickly and in and out of certain trades using hotkeys. And most brokerages have some type of hotkeys. So um, we're gonna do a few more. I can't believe I'm gonna. I can't believe I'm gonna chart this for you. Shrimp. That is the fucking craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. There's no way, bro. Is this stock about to go on the greatest squeeze of all time? How much is this stock? How much is this? A fucking 10 cents? Shrimp? Natural Shrimp Incorporated. Could seafood get hit with inflation? They could. Shrimp could get more expensive. I don't know, man. Kind of looks pretty juicy. Nice steamed shrimp. That is a massive daily falling wedge. I'm gonna set an alert on it. Shit. It could go lower. Don't get too excited, but shrimp. What software am I using? Um, I don't know, dude. No, I'm just kidding. It's TradingView. Sorry, I've been up since 5:30 this morning talking pretty much the entire time. So I think I'm running out of English words. I'm gonna have to switch languages. What is this stock? Shrimp. All right. Do I like Sifu? What is that? What's the software? Oh, this is a trade. I said that. Yeah, TradingView. I already read that. Hello. What's up? What's up? What's up? Rivian. All right, we'll do a couple more here, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go eat some food. I'm hungry. I really want a burger right now, but it's fucking 10:30. One, two. Rivian down tomorrow. Watch it gap down to 30.50. Anywhere below, not anywhere below because it's never just a singular area, but it would be this area here. Bam, bam. So, and look, oh my God. Look at the gap. Look at the gap, y'all. Where is the 50% mark? It's in 50% of the gap. It's just bonkers, guys. And that is 27.45. So Rivian with and that's a good spike in volume here today, where you saw a little upside and downside. But if you drop down, gap down, watch for it's real simple, guys. This is where sellers are here. Lots of gaps to the upside, 35.85. Don't get crazy thinking like, this is just gonna, shit the bed. You could just have this last wave and see Rivian move back up. But this does look pretty bearish as far as, you know, this excuse me, the setup is concerned. But I will remind you, and I'm just as bearish as anybody else. But Rivian is a dumpster fire right now. In a and I don't mean like there's other far more terrible things out there, but Rivian still has a long ways to go before their price matches their uh valuation. So what's that device called? That's a Stream Deck. um is AHI going to be unhalted soon? Did it close unhalted? Did it halt over or like at the end of the day? Wait, yeah, I'm on the East Coast, bruh. That's not halted. The market's closed. And I hope that's not what you're talking about. This actually looks pretty cool. You're probably going to hit the dumpy down to 77 cents. Can you please briefly describe everything you do once the day starts and you start trading? That's a good question. Can you briefly describe everything you do once the day starts and you start trading? Uh, okay. Well, with that, guys, if you guys are on TikTok, um, or anything else, I'm gonna do PLTR real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close out halted. Uh, I don't know. If it just might have got halted at the end of the day, but if there's news pending, then that may have been what it is. News pending. A lot of times you'll do that thing. Uh, God, I'm an investor in PLTR, and every time I look at the chart, I'm like, oh God, I'm an investor in PLTR. So easy. Boom, bada bing. That's where you gotta go, right? To the upside, same deal. Boom, bada bing. I'm sorry if you're Italian. Please don't say it on me. So buyers above $8, where we see one, two, three rejections, that would basically, in my opinion, allow this what is relatively incomplete, but would allow for a pop back up into this little pocket, right? So we're going to divide this pocket, seemingly because it is wider, into a 50% mark. That's going to be 825. That's a psychological number. Anywhere above 825, 200-day moving average at 845, right? Let's move to the daily. Where are we at? Okay, so PLTR has broken down out of a what appears to be a bear flag, right? So because you have flushed and dumped off of earnings with zero retest, nothing off of here and here, okay? $9 and $88.72, I guess. So right somewhere in there. Yeah, so right here at 875 basically. You got a gap that is not filled at 850, and you have this level which has yet to be retested. So I would actually, start looking at an area to bounce. So this is what we want to do: is we want to go down below where we're currently at. NP coin is it's on CMC. Oh, I don't do any of that, man. If you're asking me to chart it, I'm about to shut down for the night, but I mostly stay away from crypto. But anyway, if you're looking for a bounce level on PLTR, the nearest one is 750 and 760. So PLTT doesn't even have a chart. All right. Can you tell me what I don't know when it comes to being hacked, if you know? I don't. That question just broke my brain. Can you tell me what I don't know when it comes to being hacked, if you know? Uh, they're inside of you, in your computer, in your software. Go to bed so you can be early and trade with us, bro. You're right. You're right. Good night. Love your platform. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so what do I do? The question was, and I'm going to go ahead and shut down the YouTube. Can you please briefly describe everything you do once the day starts? and you start trading, I don't know if you're like asking for like a day in the life. My routine? Like, what is my routine before I start trading? Don't be late and oversleep on the couch. I can't sleep on my couch, bro. That thing is mad uncomfortable. And when I do sleep on it, I wake up hurting, in pain. Yo, who folds the cheese? I know they're watching me right now. It's so weird. Thanks for the stock technical analysis. Of course. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning bright and early around 8:30 or 8 o'clock, maybe even earlier. Set your alerts, or if you go in the Discord, I will tag you when I go live. Gang gang. All right. Not my couch, bro. My cat. I'm longer. I'm 6'2". I'm longer than my couch, so I hang off the couch. But I also have a king mattress with a like $300 mattress topper on top of it, so I'm gonna lay on that one. But anyway, have you have a list that you trade? Yep, Meta Tesla Baba. Every day. All the time. Dude, I gotta block Huge Heine on fucking Twitter. God, that irritates the ever living shit out of me. Dude couldn't pump stocks anymore, so all of a sudden he's a technical analyst. Alright, cool guys. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Off to the boom boom, good night. Yeah. Alright, peace. Thanks, Spotter. If you were a celeb, I'd be your #1 fan. Yeah, that's nice. I'd appreciate that. Alright, bye bye.